And I didn't want to not talk about this at all in this channel because it's super important. It's super relevant, especially in the times we're living today. Because it's Pride Month. The Pride Month is when we see rainbow flags everywhere, and then we have all those parades, and everything is beautiful. And we celebrate being our true, authentic selves. We celebrate love. But this year, I haven't really seen a lot of gay flags everywhere. I haven't even really seen a lot of stores selling merch all dressed up in rainbow. And that is really concerning to me. Because if this was a utopia, we would think that pride isn't just as necessary anymore because things change so much in the world that we don't need pride anymore because everybody's proud of who they are, and it's like we don't need it anymore. It's just we don't have to have like this big celebration about it because it's just normal. But we're not in an utopia, so we know that it's not because of that. Hello everybody, it's Ligia again, and this is my coming out video. Yes, I am gay, and I really made peace with it and understood it for real when I was around 20 years old. And it was because of this girl that used to work with me, and I kind of had like a massive friendship crush on her, and then I realized that maybe it was a little more than a friendship, and things just happen in a way that it's just out of love. Like I just felt like I really loved somebody, and that's usually how it goes. And with other sorts of queerness, that's also how it is. Like you understand who you are within your heart, and you want to externalize who you are and love who you are for who you are, and not like you don't want to love this reflection of you that is not really you. It's just that you want to reflect on the external who you are inside, and then love yourself. I could go on living my white girl fantasy all I wanted without ever touching in the subject, and it wouldn't be of anyone's business. But I decided to talk about it because I felt like it was super relevant in our self-love journey. So I thought this video was really important to be made, especially in a month like June. And it's a little scary, especially with the situation in the United States that we're living at right now. It's a little scary to be a little different. And I wanted to step up in this topic, especially to encourage people out there that if you consider yourself to be an ally of this movement, whether you be gay or not, just if you think that people should just be able to love, period, you should have a voice. You should always talk about it. You should be vocal about it and not be like a Jehovah Witness knocking on doors and being like, do you have a minute to talk about the gays? No, like it's not that. Just don't be silent when you see people talking bad things about the queer community. Like be vocal about it, defend them. It's not really a big deal to just allow people to love whoever they want. And it's unfortunate that we can't just live our goddamn lives, but it's super important that we use our voices to bring awareness to the subject. And I feel like we've had a really good progress, but now it's kind of walking backwards. I know that in my own experience, like I thought that I don't know, like being attracted to the same gender had a visual identity. So I had to dress up a certain way and act a certain way in order for me to just like love whoever I wanted. So I feel like a lot of people end up having like a conflict of personality of who they are, and sometimes like depending on your background, on where you grew up at, it really affects your capability of loving yourself because you're constantly thinking that there's something wrong with you, and obviously there's nothing wrong with you. And I would love to make that very clear. There's nothing wrong with you. You just are. Like people just are, and it's scary that people just don't let people be. And it's super bad and ugly when people put hate on the internet. The person decides to take their precious time and then write something really negative about someone who's just being themselves. So don't be that person. Don't be that person. Hate makes you ugly. And we'll only just be truly free from all of this when everything is just natural and seen as normal. People don't just see things as just being. And the big example about it is coming out. Nobody should come out. Nobody should be forced to come out. Nobody should pay no business to anybody about who they love or who they are. Imagine going to your parents and being like, "Yeah, I'm straight. I like people from the opposite sex. And imagine your family being like, get out of my house right now, you're an abomination. Like, I feel like people who have so much prejudice inside of them truly believe that that's gonna happen. Like, they truly believe that they're gonna have books in school that teach people how to be gay, and then the kids are gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gay now. Like, since we're little, we kind of feel like there's something a little different. It's there, and it's something that is really hard for people who don't go through it to understand it. And I know that if you're queer, you know what I mean, but if you aren't, I know it's hard to understand. I understand that, like, everything that is different in the world give us a little fear, but when we let that fear control us is when it gets really ugly. And that's what it is. Like, those people who judge you for who you are, they're just scared little kittens, sometimes with a lot of power, and then they want to control what is different because they don't want to accept things to change, even if it's for the better, even if it's just something peaceful. It's really dumb for like parents to not accept and love their kids just because they are different. And that's why it's so important for us to use our voices and our power to not let those things happen to us. Like, we can't just live in fear anymore. Everybody can be good or bad, and it doesn't have anything to do with those factors at all. It just has things to do with how you love yourself, how you love the world, if you have love within your heart. Love is always the answer, and it should always be. Things that are treated with love work, and things that aren't don't. Just to sum up, the message that I really wanted to bring by making this video is for you to know that you have a place where you're safe, no matter who you are. Like, just love who you are. Don't be afraid of love. Be afraid of fear. If it's just love, it's just love. Like, don't feel like you need to fit in a category. Don't feel like you need to justify who you are. Like, I believe in a world where coming out doesn't exist. Period. Goodbye.